Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today. I am still in Viva Las Vegas, and just having a great time. Had a bunch of great meetings today, but we got to talk about the Fed. The Fed's plan ain't pretty, guys, and we're about to get subjected to this in a big way, and we've got a lot to cover. Before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And also today we have a sponsor, and the sponsor is Patriot Gold, and I'll talk about them a little bit later. But again, I love Vegas. Love Vegas at night. I just love the lights. It's just absolutely beautiful. And just outside of Caesar's Palace, just absolutely amazing. But let's talk about the Fed's plan. November 2nd. November 2nd is the big day that the Fed is going to, looks like it's going to raise interest rates again 3/4 of a point. They surveyed almost 100 economists. Have you noticed they've gotten all these economists together? They keep taking these surveys lately, and the economists are saying that we're going to see another 3/4% bump in interest rates right now. So everything is going to go up again, guys. You know, you can talk about how the stock market's got things built into it right now, and that the stock market, knows that they're going to raise it 3/4 of a point. But again, interest rates are going to go up on your auto loans. Interest rates are going to go up on your credit cards, on your home loans, on absolutely everything. And speaking of that, one thing we're going to do while we're here in Vegas is we're going to look at some of the real estate carnage here in Vegas. But one thing that I wanted to cover for you guys was the problem with the Fed and with the central banks right now. Found a great article where they compiled a list, and the list shows all the losses that the central banks have right now. Just want to share this with you. Fed remittance owed to the United States Treasury reached a negative $5.3 billion on October 19th. No one's talking about this, guys. This is absolutely insane. It's absolutely upside down. Again, things were positive in August, and now it's going upside down. The Federal Reserve of Australia, the Reserve Bank of Australia, we talked about them last month. They're basically bankrupt, guys. They're completely upside down to the tune of $12.4 billion. And again, they're going to raise interest rates. They're going to print money out of thin air for all of us. And this is an absolute disaster worldwide. Globally, this is a disaster. Had a great meeting today with someone from the UK, and just telling me how insane the economy is right now in the UK. How they're talking about, hey, inflation may hit 10%. He's like, what are they talking about? My electric bill in the UK, he said, went up 100%. It doubled, guys, in the last 12 months. So that's insane, guys. Not more usage, not, more people living there, the lights on, nothing. Just doubled in price. Dutch central bank governor, Klaas Knot, said last month that they had losses that were over 9 billion euros, or $8.8 billion. And then the Swiss National Bank reported a loss of 95 billion francs, or $95 billion. And the worst first half performance since it was established in 1907, guys. 1907. So again, the Fed's plan to raise interest rates is going to do nothing for inflation. It's going to drive it up. The new UK prime minister, again, these guys change prime ministers, 3 in a month. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. And people I talk to in the UK, they think it's all ridiculous. Now, whether you think somebody is in a globalist position or not, we need people that are going to take care of the people right now. So this is going to be interesting to see how this takes place, what takes place, and how it's going to affect everybody globally. So, give you guys an idea of where I'm at here on the Strip. Let the overhead walkway by between Caesar's Palace and the Strip. That's just nice. But guys, we're seeing everything bad right now. We're seeing more earnings reports come out from companies that are not supposed to be losing money that are losing money. We're going to cover a few of them. Give an example. Google right now, Google sales are off in twofold. The regular advertising and the YouTube advertising. The YouTube advertising that you guys watch on channels like mine, the revenue is down. They're not getting the sponsors and not getting people to step forward and pay for advertising right now. The strongest time of the year on Google for ads is the Christmas season, holidays. Between October and December, they anticipate that that's going to be off also because people are not spending the ad dollars. So Google had sales of just under $69 billion for the quarter. It was supposed to be over 70. They lost money with YouTube, and they lost money in their regular conventional advertising, and the shares took a hit after hours. And Chipotle, the burrito place, talked about how they had to raise prices on everything, but it still was a problem because even after they raised prices, they still only have a per check fee of per customer of about $9. So raised prices, but they have 1% less customers across the board at Chipotle. So we'll cover a lot more of this stuff. There's more business stuff to cover, but I just want to show you guys some of these beautiful places you can walk through here, and things are just nice at night, you know. There's that, you know, Hell's Kitchen is right here. That's the back of Hell's Kitchen right there. Just a really cool spot to be out here. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Let's face it, 2022 has been a year of uncertainty for the stock market. The only thing that you can count on is instability. You need to get yourself into something stable, and the best thing you can do is get an IRA or 401k that's backed by physical metals. Patriot Gold Group can help you set up a no fee for life IRA, and if you have an existing IRA, they can show you how to transfer it over without any tax liability. Call them today, 888-330-1431, and get your free investor guide. There's absolutely no obligation. Now, billionaire investor John Paulson, he has said that no matter what the Fed does next week, when they raise interest rates on November 2nd, it's not going to help. And eventually the Fed's plan is going to completely run out. And when that does, people are going to flock to gold, and gold is going to spike. But you need to get yourself your IRA or 401k now before it's too late, and you need to call Patriot Gold. 888-330-1431, or use the link in the video description to get information. It's absolutely free and it's absolutely no obligation, but call them today and look at getting an IRA or 401k that's backed by physical metals from Patriot Gold Group. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. A great story that was sent to me out of the UK was talking about how inflation is completely out of control, especially in the market of budget foods. Now, never heard that term before, but here's what budget foods are. Ramen, snacks, chips, things that are quick eats, things that are quick things to make, frozen things that you pop in the microwave. But guys, you know, inflation, they're trying to tell people that it's only a maximum of 10%, which is an absolute lie. All of the budget foods are up over 17%. They track over 65 items, and they are absolutely through the roof right now, to where it's affecting the average family, the average college student, you know, single person. Everybody is paying more for this. There's a man named Jack Monroe who's a poverty advocate, they call him, and he is talking about how this is just a complete nightmare right now for people that are living on a budget. And you know, guys, we're seeing this all over. And again, I had a meeting with somebody in Britain today, and we were talking about how bad things are, and just everything is out of control when it comes to pricing. And people, you know, are trying to budget to run their business, and they can't. Trying to budget to run their household, they can't. But budget foods are completely out of whack. Now, the next thing is office space. We are going to see more and more people vacate and leave their offices for good. There are more people that are trying to get part-time offices and limited office space, where let's say they have an employee that comes in for 20 hours a week. All they need is an office for 20 hours a week. You don't need, you know, a vacant building that's not occupied by anybody. So you're seeing more timeshare office space that's out there, where people are just using this for 2 hours here, 2 hours there. Somebody may be a college student in the morning and they need office space in the afternoon. this is going to be big business. Now you can talk about, Regis, and you can talk about WeWork and those ridiculous places. Those are pricey and those are ridiculous. The communal living, the communal work environment is not productive. You need to have people that have an office space so that they can work and be productive. That's what I'm talking about with these places, and these are on the rise right now. So anybody work in a situation like this? Because I've been in places like this, and there are no frills. There's not, I was at one place that wanted me to have mixers there in San Diego. They had a beer tap there. I'm like, how the hell is this productive to have beer during the day? Well, people use it within reason. Who? Okay, well, you're going to get some, jackass surfer who's going to show up there and use it as, a beer at 11 a.m. So again, I don't find things like this productive. Share your thoughts on all this stuff. And what are you guys thinking? Are you seeing all the budget foods are going up in price? Because I sure have. So it's just absolutely, really, again, very stunning space out here, guys. It's really nice. It's really beautiful. One thing very cool about walking through the Forum shops is the Louis Vuitton store. But I have never in my life seen something like this. This is the Louis Vuitton men's store. This is a heavy bag with boxing glove and a case to carry it. That, guys, okay, right there. Take a look at that. Guess, how much is that? $250,000 for a heavy bag. Hello, is that insane or what? Crazy. Now, with the health crisis ending, you're starting to see things get really affected in a big, big way. New York, Jean Georges Varichten is a restaurateur who opened up 6 restaurants recently in New York City. The fascinating thing about this is that he's had to slash hours in these places to where they're only open 4 days a week because nobody's going there to eat. You can't afford it. Plus, they have no staff at some of these restaurants. Some of these restaurants, you'll have reservations, you'll show up, and there'll be nobody there to serve you, and the place will be closed. That is catastrophic, guys. That is the worst possible scenario. Now, Microsoft earnings, think about this. If you don't think the economy is bad right now, Microsoft's earnings are down 14%. They beat revenue estimates of $50 billion. They thought they were going to make $49 billion. That's great. But here's the thing. People are not buying the PCs. PC sales, PC shipment globally are completely off. They don't know where it's going to pick up because you just had the school year start. And normally that's a huge time. Hey, let's get them a new computer. Kids going off to college. We all have to pay Microsoft for all of our software that we use. No, none of that stuff. Guys, it is absolutely off and it's absolutely catastrophic. And this is just the beginning of this. But the restaurateurs in New York, the other thing is crime, guys. They're sick of the crime. And people are tired of this. People are tired of not being able to walk down a street without being strapped or have somebody with them for protection. That's insane. Women can't go out with just their friends even because they're so worried that crime is going to take off. And that's a huge problem. So this is not getting better right now. It will be different to see if they crack down on crime or not, like in New York City. But this is the beginning of this, guys. People are fed up with it. You want to be able to walk and shop and not be accosted by anybody. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Do you ever get the impression that we're just being completely lied to? That everything that we've been told is absolutely fake? And I want to give you the perfect example, and that's Janet Yellen, our Treasury Secretary. She stepped forward yesterday and said that we have huge problems and major concerns for our economy, and that she's concerned about liquidity with the 10-year bonds. this benchmark product for our economy is something that we need to work on making sure that there's no problem with it. We have just experienced energy shocks, we've just experienced inflation shocks, and we've just experienced huge supply chain problems that are not solved yet. Now, again, this is the same woman that told us everything was transitory, inflation wouldn't be here, and now she's talking about consistency of it. We have a good economy, she's saying, but she's talking about how this is a concern that's not going away, and they're concerned about it globally right now. So, man, oh man, do I have faith in her? Zero, none. I'm telling you, this woman should be a crossing guard someplace at a street that doesn't get any kids at it. You know what I mean? So there's nobody going to get hurt. That's how I feel about her. Now, we've talked about banking, guys, so much. I'm going to give you guys another heads up. If you don't think that they are trying to play with your money, you are absolutely wasting your time. I'm in that walkway where you've got all those shops by the big Ferris wheel that's behind me right there. But guys, story out of Buckeye, Arizona. Somebody sent me this. Woman banks at Chase Bank, and she gets a commission check. She's in real estate, and she does the audio, she has the app, the digital app, and deposits her check like she always does. This time, the $4,400 check, they put a hold on it. They said, listen, we don't think that the phone number matches what's on your account. It's like, what? What are you talking about? 4 weeks, guys. 4 weeks. She had to call On Your Side, which is the consumer advocate for their local news program. They had to get them involved to get the money released. Well, and think about this. Well, we just did, the phone number didn't match that was on the check and it was on the account. Who cares? When was the last time you walked into the bank and they asked you for your phone number or if your phone number is right in the check? Is that insane, guys? So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys, because this is getting worse. And if you don't think that they're trying to slow play you and not give you money and not give you access to it, as this woman couldn't pay her rent, as she couldn't pay her bills, her heating bills and everything. Read the story below. It's maddening. But Janet Yellen is now concerned about treasury bonds right now. Okay? I have zero faith in these people right now. Share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Here's a few stories that I think are kind of ridiculous, but I want to share them with you. And the first one is we're starting to see rents turn the corner, and this is going to be a reversal of the high rents because of inflation and because people can't afford to rent these places. Supposedly landlords are going to start bending and giving lower rents. I don't know what planet that's happening on, but take a look at the Bloomberg article because I think it's ridiculous that they're saying that landlords are bending it. Landlords don't care about most tenants, 99 times out of 100. Like I covered last week about that AI program that figures out rents. Landlords are trying to get as much as they can. And, you're going to have to see a real reversal of the economy for them to turn and give people a better deal. I mean, it's just that simple. The next thing is there's a great article from financial advisors talking about the declining saving rates, and they've got tips on how to save more money. Think about this. Right now, there's $629 billion in people's savings account right now. Wow, that's a lot of money. It's not when you think that it was $1.6 trillion in the third quarter of 2021. People are walking through their savings accounts like never before. And with that happening, they just don't have the money. But these experts are giving suggestions on don't spend money and don't waste it and save more. How about make more money? How about the fact that people have to dip into their savings because they're not making enough money? They're not getting, enough hours at their jobs. So, again, idiocy. I love, hey, want to pay your house off faster? I can show you how to do it. It's ridiculous, guys. Yeah, make more money and make an additional payment. It's ridiculous. The next thing is with the Twitter sale and going to Elon Musk this week, there is that app that's out there that lets you track rich people's plane travel. And Elon Musk, he himself tries to fly under the radar and use different ways of concealing it. Donald Trump has done the same thing. Tim Cook, which is the CEO of Apple, he has not flown on a private plane. He's only does not own a plane. He flies on rentals and other people's planes that he's not tracked on. So if you think that this is something that's going to stop, it's not. You've got to publicly disclose your flight path for a myriad of reasons. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I think it's fascinating. Again, rich people problems. It's fascinating. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Hey guys, I want to remind you also that we have the 250,000 subscriber party on November 12th. All you need to do to register for this, we're going to have the drawing at the end of the week, is go to dansilver.com. We have secured the Port Theater in Newport Beach. It's absolutely an amazing venue. We're going to have great food, great drinks, a lot of cool people. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So sign up at dansilver.com to be part of that. I am going to finish this video with these last couple stories. Here's something fascinating. Most people don't realize that when someone wins the lottery, they have to cash the ticket in within 6 months or the ticket's null and void. Here in California, at the end of April, somebody won $38 million in San Diego. That $38 million ticket is about to expire on the 28th of October, and nobody's claimed it. Nobody's stepped forward for that yet, which is absolutely disgusting. Now, the worst part about this is that the money gets sent over to the school districts, and the schools win too, which is, if you've seen the California schools, they're just amazing. I mean, they're fantastic. And they're going to get $38 million to squander and not give towards the children. Anyways, final story is Macaroni Grill. We talked about this before. They have an inflation charge that is utterly ridiculous. When you buy something, they charge you $2 as an inflation charge on your check. Well, there's a lawyer that steps forward, and the lawyer has a class action lawsuit now against Macaroni Grill, and says the fee was completely unnecessary and unfair to everybody who's ever paid it, and I paid it a couple times. So I'll probably get my $4 back, and she'll make probably 60, 70, 80 million dollars in her legal fees. So good luck to her, okay? Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to take a look at Patriot Gold. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. A lot more to happen in Vegas, guys. Having a great time. Real estate carnage is coming up next. See you guys soon.